Have you ever woken up and felt like your days are just copies of each other? Like nothing really changes. You know what's coming, you know how it's going to play out, and honestly, it feels kind of dull. That spark of excitement, that sense of wonder for what tomorrow might bring, it just disappears. And when you stop to think about it, you realize that what's stealing that spark isn't necessarily the obligations you have. It's the routine, the repetition, the autopilot. I've been there. A lot of us have. And honestly, it's surprisingly easy to fall into that rhythm. Life naturally leans towards structure, especially if you're working, studying, raising a family. You wake up at the same time, get dressed the same way, have breakfast, go through your day, come back, maybe do some chores, maybe watch something, and then go to bed. And then, you do it all over again. It's like your days start blending together. Now, don't get me wrong, there's nothing inherently wrong with having a routine. In fact, routine can be incredibly helpful. It brings order, stability, even progress. I mean, if you didn't have any kind of structure, life could spiral into chaos. You'd lose your rhythm and eventually your drive. Structure gives you a reason to get up, to move forward. It helps you build something, slowly but surely. But here's the catch. Your routine shouldn't become your entire identity. The danger comes when your routine becomes so rigid that you stop noticing the world around you. When your actions become automatic, you stop being present. And when you stop being present, you stop truly living. I've fallen into that trap more than once. I remember mornings where I'd wake up and just feel like I was going through the motions. Not because I was tired, but because everything felt so expected. Nothing surprised me. And when that happens, even the good parts of your life start to feel bland. Not because they're not beautiful, but because you've stopped paying attention. And I think that's the real issue here. We stop paying attention. We stop noticing the little things. The way the morning light hits the floor. The sound of laughter in the other room. The warmth of that first cup of coffee. When everything is routine, you start to take it all for granted. And sometimes it takes losing something to realize what we had. A broken laptop that you didn't realize how much you relied on. A friend who moves away. A family member who's no longer around. It's in those moments, those gut punch realizations, that we remember how important it is to live in the now. Not in autopilot, not in some vague tomorrow, but here, today. You see, when your brain switches to automatic mode, it stops engaging with the world. It's like being on a train that only stops at the same 3 stations. You don't look out the window anymore. You miss the landscapes changing. You miss life. And I don't want that for you. But here's the good news. You can break free from it. You really can. It starts with awareness. If you're listening to this and nodding along, that means you've already taken the first step. You're noticing it. You're realizing that maybe, just maybe, your days have started to feel a little too similar. And that awareness, that's your door out. So how do you walk through it? Start small, really small. Change your coffee order. Walk a different route to work. Say something new to someone you see every day. Change your playlist. Eat lunch in a different spot. I know these sound like tiny, almost meaningless shifts, but they matter. They shake your brain out of autopilot. They remind you that life can still surprise you, that there are still new things to discover. Another thing that helps? Gratitude. I know it sounds cliche, but it works. Try this. Make a quick list, just in your mind, of 3 things you're genuinely thankful for today. It could be your partner, your kids' laughter, a favorite hoodie, a song that hit you right in the chest. Do that every day. I promise, your brain starts to rewire. You begin to see life differently. The routine is still there, but it's no longer in control of you. And while we're on this topic, give yourself permission to rest. I mean real rest. Not just collapsing at the end of the day because you're exhausted. I'm talking about giving yourself time to do something that makes you feel alive. Something that's just for you. Maybe it's reading, painting, playing music, going for a walk with no destination. For me, it's music. Sitting down with a keyboard and just playing, not because I have to, but because it fills me up. You need that too. You see, we live in a culture that glorifies being busy, being productive, being efficient. But you're not a machine. You're not built to function non-stop. You're a human being. And being human means needing time to breathe, to explore, to feel. Sometimes we tell ourselves, I'll rest on the weekend, or I'll be happy once this project is done. But why wait? Why put happiness on hold? Why let 5/7 of your life become this gray blur you just push through to get to Friday? Don't live for the weekend. Don't live in fast forward. Live now. Let yourself have a routine, sure, but keep it flexible. Keep it alive. Make room for play. Make room for curiosity. Make room for wonder. If you're studying, working, raising a child, like I am, you already know how demanding life can be. There's always something pulling at your attention. But that's why it's even more important to claim your time. Even if it's just a few minutes a day. Time that belongs to no one but you. So here's my challenge for you. Tomorrow morning, do one thing differently. Just one. Choose something small. Something new. Maybe talk to someone you usually ignore. Maybe try a new breakfast. Maybe look up at the sky and really look. That's it. Then do it again the next day. And the next. Before long, you'll start to feel a shift. Life won't feel quite so mechanical. You'll start noticing the beauty in things again. The uniqueness of each day. The little surprises you didn't know were waiting. And I want to remind you of something important. You're allowed to feel tired. You're allowed to feel stuck. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. But being human also means you have the power to choose, to change, to grow. You don't have to escape your life. You just have to reconnect with it. You're not destined to live in a loop. You're not here to be efficient. You're here to feel, to live. So let yourself. Try. Mess up. Get curious. Rest. Laugh. Cry. Keep learning how to be present. And when the routine creeps in again, because it will, just notice it. Smile. And choose something new. This life, it's yours. Don't let it pass you by.